cast your mind back to the fact that this is a new government. It's a young country. 10 years have gone by from 1789 to 1799 when there's an election for a new president. There are now political parties, and the men who wrote the Constitution believed that political parties were one of the greatest threats to a republic. They called them factions, and then they immediately formed political parties. So it's a little shaky time. Washington, who they had hoped would remain president until he died, has retired. Adams has had a very controversial presidency. And now it's time for another election. Now we take the transition of power as a given. We have the concept of the loyal opposition, that one party does not try to kill the other party if it loses. This is very unusual, even in the world today. In the world today, frequently a man wins an election and military generals come and kill him, or there's a civil war in the country. There was no reason not to be a little bit afraid in 1800 that if Thomas Jefferson and the Jeffersonian Republicans won office, the Federalist part of the country, New England, and the Jeffersonian part of the country would split. Who knew if they were going to kill each other? It was really quite tense. 1800 comes up, and Jefferson becomes president. The Federalists have lost. What are the Federalists going to do? Is there going to be warfare in the streets? Is there going to be secession of the northern states? Are the Federalists going to take their marbles and go home? They're not yet certain what's going to happen. What will happen? Nothing happens. So American historians see the election of 1800 as the peaceful transition of power, the first in American history. And so we've dubbed it the Revolution of 1800 as a kind of reference to the Glorious Revolution in England, meaning for the first time power is handed over from one group who have one set of goals, projects, programs, policies to another set, and nobody kills each other. And this is a coming of age of the American government. Everybody breathes a sigh of relief and says, for the first time, hey, maybe this Constitution is going to last. Hey, maybe this country is not going to go down in flames. Here are these men breathing a sigh of relief, the ones giving up power and the ones taking power, that they managed to do it without the whole government falling apart. What does Jefferson say in his inaugural? We are all Federalists, we are all Republicans. What he means is, we are not going to label everybody in the Federalist Party traitors. We are going to say that they have a right to continue to have their views. This is really a remarkable, wonderful, civilized approach. We're not going to kill off our enemies. And so 1800 is a big turning point. It's a big hurdle in constitutional history, and it is pulled off without a hitch.